Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our next guest is a hip-hop recording artist, producer, label owner, and publisher, originally from the Bay Area, California. Please help me welcome the super talented Cap. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Definitely appreciate you taking time out your schedule. I know we're all in this quarantine and you got the protests. How is it going for you? You're in New Mexico, right?
I'm in Albuquerque, yep, New Mexico. Yeah. Everything is going okay, man. Just stuck in this kind of proverbial lockdown, man. Things are starting to lift up, but it's slowly getting back to the norm. So
yeah. Have they started opening stuff back up there?
Slowly, they've got minimums on how many people could come in and out and blah blah blah. I'm ready for it to be over with, man.
Yeah. So what were you doing before we all went on quarantine?
Working this next album, man. It's gonna be called Part of Me. To be honest, I think a lot of people probably took that time as an advantage, but for whatever reason, man, it kind of put me back.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to be as creative as I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you why, but slowly starting to get back on. I think I got 1 or 2 songs left, and the album would be wrapped up. So
okay.
Getting back to it.
Right. So you're from Bay Area, California, and you started writing poetry in high school, and that's when you kind of fell in love with writing. And tell us about that.
That's correct. I think I was in diapers when I really found a love for music. I think my mom's got pictures of me, playing a toy guitar and a little piano. But it wasn't until around high school that hip hop really kind of grabbed me. And we had to do an assignment for English class. It had to be a poetry assignment. And I did the assignment thinking, whatever, it's an assignment. I'll turn it in and see what happens. And ended up, the teacher was like, man, this is the best piece of poetry I've ever seen. Do you mind if I keep it and submit it to whatever? I don't even remember what, at the time it didn't mean anything. I was like, yeah, whatever, keep it. But several years later, I realized the value in that. I was like, wow, maybe I should own those skills and start writing. So I started writing songs. Ended up, one Sunday I was in a church session, and this guy was up there, singing and playing an instrument and blah, blah. And at the end of it, he was like, yo, I wrote this, I did this. This is all me, check me out on blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow, right then and there, I think the inspiration to kind of do it on my own and produce and write and kind of make a record, that was the start of it all.
Yeah.
I mean, from there on out, it was just an evolved puzzle and labyrinth of figuring out how to do things and make music. And here I am, 6, 7 albums later, still working on it. So
most definitely.
Yeah.
So you, after high school, you went into the military. Thank you for your service, by the way. And were you still doing music while you were in the military? Were you still working on the craft?
Yeah, that was almost a means to finance the music, to be honest with you. I grew up in Southern California in a small desert town outside of Lancaster, Palmdale area. Wasn't much opportunity for me. I freestyle with my friends and played band and stuff, and went into the military really to get out of there and try to find some means of an income at the time. But that's where it really started. I met so many different people from all over the world, different cultures, different backgrounds that, east, west, north, south. Met up with a bunch of people that had the same kind of passion and drive and learned from them. They put in what they were doing. And at the time I was still trying to learn how to produce and make music. And we all just kind of came together and formed a little label called In-House Entertainment. We would do shows on the bass, at the theaters and stuff, and the clubs and whatnot. And that's where it really grew and evolved. That kind of set everything into motion.
Yeah.
And became what it is today. So.
And you mentioned 7 albums. You've sold music worldwide. How's it feel to have people in Zimbabwe rocking your music?
You know, it's funny you say that because I got hit up just recently. I got an email from somebody out there saying that they produce music too, and they wanted to put me on one of their tracks. So, honestly, it's a blessing, man. I can't stress enough how much I value people out there that actually take the time to listen, give me their feedback, and truly are feeling it. You know, that's what really keeps me going. I don't got to be rich, famous, you know, on everybody's blog and on the magazine covers. It's really just those few interactions from people that reach out and say, hey, this is really cool. I like what you're doing. I'm feeling it. You want to collab? And it's like, yeah. That's the beauty of it, to be honest with you.
Most definitely. Who were your influences when you first started off? Who were some of the people that you listened to and kind of, you know, influenced you?
You know, growing up out in Cali, man, the West Coast, you know, Dr. Dre, Snoop, Tupac, obviously. But I listened to a lot of, you know, Wu-Tang. I liked a lot of the East Coast rappers too, Wu-Tang, Nas. I was kind of drawn into kind of the mixture of both. And I can't say that I have just one individual person that really
combination.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think that's always good.
You had Outkast, you had, you know, Twister, you had Bone Thugs, everybody, you know, it was a conglomerate of hip hop at the time. So I'm influenced by all of them, to be honest with you.
Most definitely. So tell us about this upcoming project you're working on. You said you got 2 more songs to do. What can we expect?
So it's going to be called Part of Me. It's going to be a little bit more in depth, I guess. You can say that people are going to get more of a sense of Cap and what I'm going through in life and what I've been through in life. The very first album I did called Inside Out was some of that at that time. That was a decade ago. So now you're looking at a different artist, different experiences. So I'd like to give the audience some of that. I wanted to make it at least 20 tracks. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm on the last couple. Don't Talk is one of the hits that kind of is being pushed right now. I got a couple others, one called Bora Bora. It's about my honeymoon, to be honest with you. And that one's kind of more of a dance, electronic track that I really stepped out of my boundaries on. Is kind of not in the same niche, I guess you would say, same genre.
Okay.
Really feeling that one. I'm excited to put that one out. And then you got a lot of the really, really personal, kind of more emotional tracks that give you a side of me that, you know, people may not have been able to connect with over the last decade or so.
Yeah. How would you say your music has evolved for you, like, over the years? You know, obviously, as we got older, go through different life experiences, it does change. How has it evolved for you?
You know, I think initially I tried to do a lot of music that I thought people wanted to hear. You know, my peers around me, people that I was influenced by, either or working with, you know, they would kind of tell me, you know, that works, that doesn't work, or do this, don't do this. I've kind of pulled back quite a bit and have done my own thing, I guess you could say. And I don't want to say that nobody's influenced me. You know, there's different influences, but at the same time, I'm kind of doing me.
Yeah.
I try not to, honestly, when I'm working on an album, I try not to listen to anything that's out there right now because I don't want to be too influenced by what, you know, mainstream is pushing. I like to say that I try to keep up with the times, but at the same time, I don't really care.
Try to be in your own little lane. Yeah, I feel you.
As long as I'm happy with it, then the project gets put out. I don't want to make music that I think everybody wants to hear. I want to make music that I want to hear. And as long as I'm happy with it, then it gets put out. So that's where we're at.
We talked about everything starting to open up a little bit. You're performing at the Loud Music Festival in September. What can you tell us about that?
That's correct. I'm just waiting to get the times and the dates, man. I think it's September 4th through the 6th.
Yeah.
I don't know what show times are as far as how much, you know, what the set I got times are, but I'm going to have my boy Sandman out there with me, hyping it up. One of my producers who's gonna rock the stage with me. And then the following week, I'll be out here in Albuquerque at the fair, doing a show there as well. So looking forward to it.
Most definitely. I know we all can't wait to be back on the stage. I know you can't wait to kill it again.
It's time. It's time.
Well, tell everybody where they can keep up with you. Well, first of all, when's the album coming out? When do you plan on it coming out?
I don't have an exact date yet, but I'm hoping by the first week of July, so summertime.
Okay, yeah, so soon. A little summer project. Look forward to it.
Right.
Where can I keep up with you on your social media and your website?
You can get at me at Capiche Music. That's CAPISH Music. Capiche Music. At the Instagram. Cap. I think I'm the only Cap on Facebook. It's Cap the Musician. Same thing with Twitter at Capiche Music.
Cap, man, I thank you so much for taking time out your schedule. Wish you nothing but success. I can't wait to hear the new project in July.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much for having me.
Most definitely. For more information on Cap, go to our website, thestevenknightshow.com. We'll be right back after this.